All right, in today's video, we're going to be covering lesson 4, layer basics. Um, in this lesson, if you go to your textbook, it's on page 74. We're going to be covering how to organize artwork on layers, create, view, hide, and select layers, rearrange layers to change the stacking order of the artwork, apply blending modes to layers, resize and rotate layers, apply a gradient to a layer, apply a filter to a layer, add text and layer effects to a layer, add an adjustment layer, and then save a copy of the file with the layers flattened. This should take about a little less than an hour to complete, and this will be due on tomorrow. You can see right here, this is what it looks like. And if you go into Schoology, I have the same thing. Gives you an end result. This is the rubric. These are the things you're going to be graded on. And then all 3 of the start files that you need are right there. And if you click on that file, it will download it into your downloads folder. So the first thing that we need to do after you've downloaded the files is click on your Adobe Creative Cloud and open up your Photoshop, and then go to open, and you're going to choose on your computer, and then the 04 start PSD is what you want to open, and it will give us the pineapple image. If you take a look on this, we have our background, which is plain white. We have the pineapple, we have the flower. This is the layer you're going to put the word Hawaii on, and then we have a postage image. So that's what's located on here. They're already named for you, so that makes it a little bit easier for you. If we go back to our textbook, the very first part where it says getting started, you can skip that because we've already loaded in our pineapple layer. And then the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to open the beach PSD file. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and save our file so we don't lose any progress. So we're going to go save as, and we're going to save it to our cloud documents. And let's name this travel postcard. And then I'm going to put Frank. Since this is mine, go ahead and hit save. And now it's going to save it in your cloud for you. And then if we go to back to the textbook, the next thing we need to do is open up our beach PSD. So we go to file, and then we go to open on your computer, open up the beach one, and it'll give you this. Now, we need to copy this to our travel postcard PSD. So the easiest thing that we can do is we're going to change our view. So if you go to window and you go to arrange, you can do 2 up vertical. We're going to grab our move tool so we can move that and drag it over on top of here. And you'll see that it has like the little plus symbol, which means it's going to add it to our file. And then we want to rename that to beach. All right, and then now we can close out the beach PSD, and it'll put us back to this view. The next thing that we need to do is we need to move our beach layer down below the pineapple. So you're basically just gonna get this little hand right here and then grab it, click and hold with the mouse, and then drag it to where you want it. But it needs to be below the pineapple. And we can go ahead and turn off the pineapple layer so we can see it. And we're going to turn off the background also because we're going to edit this photo right here. So basically what we're going to do is we're on page 80 in the textbook, and we're going to add a border using the stroke layer style. So you want to make sure you have beach selected, and we're going to make the opaque areas of this layer more obvious. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to choose layer up here at the top, and then we're going to go to layer style. Layer style right there, and then we're going to choose stroke. All right, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to change the size from 1 pixel to 5. Hopefully you can see that the black border that showed up on there. If we were to drag the little thing like that, you can see how big it could get. But we're going to go to 5. We want to choose the position inside, and the blend mode is going to stay normal. Opacity is going to be at 100%. And then we want to click on the color, and we're going to click all the way up here in the top left, and we're going to change that to white. Once you do that, you can go OK to commit that change. And then now we are going to, next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the postage, Hawaii, flower, pineapple, and background layers all visible by clicking the show hide visibility column next to the layer names. That's basically a little eyeball. So you can go ahead and turn all those on. In the layers panel, we're going to drag the beach layer up so that it's positioned between the pineapple and the flower layer. You can see as you drag it, there's going to be like a little blue line. But we're going to drag this beach one up, and we're going to position it between the pineapple and the flower, and then drop it right there. And we're going to change the opacity of a layer. So we're going to select the postage layer right there. And then we're going to click the arrow next to the opacity. So if you click right, this is opacity. You can drag it when you see that double arrow, or you can click right here and grab the slider, whichever one you feel more comfortable doing. And we're going to put it to about 25%. And I don't know if you can tell, it's now harder to see because we changed the opacity. If it's too hard for you to drag this, you could also click in there and type 25 and then hit enter, and it'll do the same thing. All right, we're going to go ahead and save our progress to make sure we don't lose anything. And once that's saved, we're going to move on to the next section, which is duplicating a layer and then changing the blending mode. So you can apply different blending modes to a layer. Blending modes affect how the color pixels on one layer blend with the pixels on the ones behind it. Um, First, you'll use blending modes to increase the intensity of the image on the pineapple layer so that it doesn't look so dull. And then we're going to change the blending mode on the postage layer um, as well. So click the eyes next to Hawaii, flower, and beach so that we can hide them. And we should just have the pineapple and the stamp visible. If you right click um, on the pineapple layer and choose duplicate layer from the context menu, so right click on it. If you're using the touchpad, that's 2-finger tap. On a mouse, it's just a right click. And then we're going to go to duplicate layer. And then you can leave it as pineapple copy, that's fine. And then go copy. All right, so with the pineapple copy layer selected, you're going to choose overlay from the blending modes in the layers panel. So right now it's at normal. So if you click here, and you can like just highlight some of them to see like the different effects that it's going to do, but you want to choose overlay. All right, so the overlay blending mode blends the pineapple copy layer with the pineapple layer beneath it. You can see how it, if you turn it off and then turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, you can see the difference. It looks more like a lot better and more rich picture. And then the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to select the postage layer, and then we're going to choose multiply from the blended mode menu. So you can also go through and see the different changes that happen, but if we choose multiply, that's the one that we want for this. And then once you do that, we are going to, let's see, let's save our work, and then I will see you in the next video.